2. Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
And I am Sam Healy. Welcome.
Now Sam played this and reviewed this last week.
Last week?
Or months ago.
Months ago, yes.
And so I played it about 200 times and I haven't played it at all.
You have not played it at all. But you have put together the miniatures, which is a step in the right direction.
But technically not these miniatures.
That's true.
I'm glad too, because these skeletons look like they would have been harder. They're all thin and whispery.
They are a bit, yeah, they were a bit more delicate. I'll put it that way.
Now I have 7 skeletons against 5 orcs. So
4 orcs.
4 orcs. So I feel like
is
7 is more than 4. But if I know anything about these games, probably these 4 orcs each equal 2 skeletons each, which means he has an advantage of 8 to 7.
These are probably the most polar opposite armies that have been released so far.
I just want to play skeletons.
Yeah, well, that's true. They have a very eccentric playing style. Basically, you're going to definitely want to swarm, but at the other side, you also want some of your guys to die because that's how they get inspired. Because you're going to bring them back later on.
I can bring dead people.
You can bring back.
Yeah.
You can bring them back to life.
Call me the 7th sense, baby.
So, but orcs are orcs. They're just gonna go on a bone-crushing adventure.
This is like an easy army to run?
Yeah, they are. They're probably one of these are definitely. This is definitely like the tanks. Now the Eternals, they're also kind of a tankish army as well. But I think these are a little bit even more so.
Is there a dwarf army?
Nah, not that I'm aware of yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming soon.
Okay. All right. So how do we set up?
All right. So normally what we do first is you get to pick what side of each of these boards. They're double-sided, and you can pick one side that you want to use, and you use it on and you play it on the board. Then I
pick this side.
Right. So we've already kind of done that. There's a couple other things that we've already kind of taken care of as well. So we're going to jump into drawing our cards first. Now you have 2 decks of cards. You have your action card deck, basically, which has upgrades and ploy cards in it. Backed cards, and this is where you're going to be scoring points, which, by the way, is how you win or lose the game based on the glory points that you're going to be getting throughout the course of the game. There's 2 ways to get glory points. You can get them by accomplishing your objectives, or every single time you knock one of my models out, you're also going to be scoring a glory point as well. Glory points have 2 uses. It's also kind of a currency throughout the game that you're going to use glory points to pay for your upgrades to some of your characters as well.
What? So wait, so you're getting victory points?
Yes, but no, you're not giving up the victory point. You're just using the glory point. So you can't upgrade your characters until you have some glory points to use to upgrade your characters. But all of the glory points that you get throughout the course of the game are going to count as points for you at the end of the game, whether they're used or unused. So you don't have to worry about that. So with your action cards, you're going to draw 5 of these. And with your objectives, you start with 3. So go ahead and do that and give them a gander so that you can kind of have an idea. Next, what we're going to do is place our troops out on the board.
Sam, see these, but the camera can.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a look. Take a look. And you know what? As a handicap, I won't even look at my cards before I put my troops out.
I'm assuming at the bottom, if it shows that's 1 glory point. If you do this.
If you well, as you've gone ahead and shown, your objective card basically has a title, and then it has some flavored text of whatever might be going on. Then it has a condition that usually has to be met at some point throughout the turn, whether it's at the end of the round or during the fighting stage. And then at the bottom of the card, it shows how many different glory points you're going to be getting throughout the course of the turn. So since he's not showing you his cards anymore, I'll go ahead and show you these just so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So you have the title up here, flavor text, a condition that needs to be met, and then at the bottom, number of glory points that will be awarded if you achieve that condition.
I have now determined a new way to determine quality of a game.
Okay.
All right, so if a card does not sit in this thing, the card is too thin. No, look, if you double it up, it stays in.
Okay. Maybe the track is just too thick.
Yeah, but this is the first time I played a game where the card fell over.
And it's not the first one for me. But I mean, I get what you're saying. It is an annoyance. But okay, so before we put out our troops, though, we do need to put out the objectives. Objectives, there are going to be 5 objectives that you can hold throughout the course of the game, and they're all numbered 1 through 5. Some of your objective cards will say, hold this position, and you will get a victory point for having done that in the end of a round.
Or hold all the positions.
That's also possible. That's one of the things that you have because you've got 7 people.
Oh, just mine?
You would be able to do that. That's correct.
It's in my deck. I'm not saying whether I have it or not.
Seeing as how I don't think you've seen this deck before.
No, I went through and looked at it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Because I saw one with worth 5 points, and I was like, what?
Yes.
So that's
like your
instant win thing.
Yeah. Well, not really an instant win, but it could also be like an instant comeback. So that's why they have those things in the deck. You always have the hope of coming back, even if you're way far behind. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll dice, and you roll 4 dice, I roll 4 dice, and whoever rolls the most criticals, that's a critical. I rolled 1.
I rolled 2.
Okay, so you can take one of these and place it wherever you would like on the board without looking at it. Now, here's the thing.
Without looking at what? Oh, is there something on the other side?
Yes. Yeah, they're double-sided. This is the nondescript side. On the other side is where the numbers are. And it's also a colorful representation of the thing. Now, before you place it, I do have to tell you a few things about placement. It cannot go on these places that have the thicker white lines around it. These are impassable parts of the terrain. You have some on your board. I have some on my board. It also cannot go where you just put it. It cannot go on any of these end hexes right here, but these ones that are connected to end hexes also cannot be placed there as well. So
you're really taking out a lot of this.
You are, and that's kind of part of it here. They have to be 2 spaces apart as well. That would be valid. So I'll place one as well. Let's see. I'm just going to place it. Oh, sorry, I looked at it. I'm still going to put it right there.
So this is legal.
No, it has to be.
That's 2 spaces away.
That's true. There has to be 2 spaces in between.
Got it.
Is that a? Okay, it's not. You can't go on these.
Are those spawn points?
Yeah, those are your starting spaces. Yes.
All right.
So I'm going to take one as well and put it over here.
I'm assuming I'm supposed to put them near me.
Well, if you want them over by you, yeah.
I do want them over by me. I want you orcs to come in my face.
Believe me, you do not have to request that.
Here's another question I have. Why are all skeletons always human skeletons? I would like to see some orc skeletons.
Well,
in Legends of Zelda,
humans
there are all
die
sorts of
easier
skeletons.
than orcs do. I know that.
You know, you're acting like you are an orc. You're not, okay? This is not a...
Hey, man, come on.
It's not a racial thing like, don't be speaking bad about orcs now.
All right. Okay, now that the objectives have in place, we can flip them over. All right, so I have objectives 2 and 5 over here, and you have 1, 4, and 3 over there.
Why is 5 red? Why is it a 20-sided die on it?
I have no idea. It's just the design that they put on it. So it looks different than everything else.
Why did the numbers matter?
Objective cards will say hold objective 1, hold objective 3, hold objective 4, whatever. Or hold all the objectives, like you've pointed out already. Or hold all the objectives in your opponent's area.
Yeah, well,
which
that
is also important because these hexes right here, where the boards join, that is considered kind of no man's land. This is neither your area nor mine. All the hexes on your board is your area. All the hexes on my board are my area. All right, next we're going to place things out. So go ahead and roll. See who goes first. This is like initiative. I have 2.
I have 0.
All right, I will allow you to go first.
So I'm going to place in one of those open spots, right?
One of the starting areas, yes, sir.
I'm going to place the petitioner here because he's just coming out of the ground.
He looks a little squishy, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to
These guys have good names.
place Gerzog Iron Skull. We're going to put him right here. Go ahead.
These guys pretty much look all the same, actually. There's not a lot of difference between them all.
There isn't.
I'm cool with that, though.
But once they're inspired, they have a little bit more differentiation. Not a whole lot, but once they become inspired, they do.
I'm going to put another petitioner here.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to put Haka right there.
Can I make fun of his name?
Sure, go ahead.
And then we're going to put the Harvester here.
Bone Cutter. You want to make fun of his name?
Yeah, because he sounds like a like an extra from Mel Gibson's movies, the Mad Max movies.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, the numbers on these is movement, attack, and damage.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and explain those now. Yeah, the hex with the one next to it is the range of your attack. So let me just go ahead and show this so that people can see it. The hex is your range of attack. The white square with a weapon in it, it's different for some of yours, is how many successes you have to, how many dies you get to roll, how many dice you get to roll, white dice. So I know, I'm just speaking very badly right now. It's how many white dice you get to roll for your attack, and then the starburst with the number next to it is how much damage it does.
You do 3 damage?
Yeah, we're orcs. What's wrong with you?
Most
You're a
of my
bunch of
guys do
skeletons.
1.
1 and 2. I told you. They're a weak army. Now, down at the bottom, you have your movement, how many black dice you're going to roll, and the shield or the swoop behind it on yours is what you're looking for.
Swoop like a runaway thing?
No, it's like an evade thing. And mine is a shield. And that's how many dice you get to roll, how many defense dice, which are the black ones, and what you're looking for. The red, the number in the red circle is how many hit points you have. And then sometimes over here on the side, it'll have some type of special effect that you probably need to take with your warden there, because he has some special abilities that he can use as actions or activations on his turn.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only guy.
Right. So if the gold box here is your inspiration thing, which tells you if that happens. All right, Jason. Did you do that on purpose?
No, but we have this. We've had that ringtone now for 1.5 years. And
I know.
No, almost 2 years now.
Yes.
And it still makes us laugh.
Still funny every single time. So the gold bar here tells you the inspiration that will allow you to flip over your card to the inspired side. There's some kind of difference.
Yeah,
And,
well, yours are if your guys take damage.
correct.
Mine are if they're resurrected.
Yes, brought back to life by the warden.
So I want you to kill them and then bring them back.
Which is really kind of strange, because if I kill all your dudes, I'm going to have 6 glory points. But you're going to be able to bring them back. But I have 6 points.
We welcome death. We embrace it.
It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. Okay, so you've placed your third guy, so I got to place my last guy. And,
No. I'll place him first, actually. Remember?
Yes, that's correct.
Not that I care that much. The petitioner.
All right.
He is here.
He's missing half of his head, too.
Is he?
Yes. That's
Games Workshop, you're kind of gory.
That's one of my favorite models in that army.
The champion.
You can place the rest of yours. I'm done.
The Sepulchre Warden, who's going to hide behind his rock for the whole game. And the Prince of Dust. That's actually a cool name. The Prince of Dust. Behind his back, we call him Bunny.
All right, now, the way that this works out is there's going to be a number of activations. We each have 4 activations available to us, and we're going to roll off to see who has initiative. But we'll wait to do that. We're going to roll off to see who has initiative. Whoever wins that initiative roll can choose who goes first. First player will activate one of their guys. When you activate a person, it depends on what you want them to do. If you have them move, for example, here, Bone Cutter can move 3, so I can move him 3. But if he moves, then he is there for the rest of the turn. He cannot move again for the rest of this round. But he can attack as much as he wants. Or if, like, say I'm here, I move and attack, at that point it's called a charge, and we put that on him, which tells us that he can no longer move and he can no longer attack for the rest of the round. So it's basically just sitting there. He's done for the rest of the round. The other thing that you can do is you can tell somebody to guard. And that's where you put this on there. And if they do that, you basically have an extra success on defense for your next attack. Attacking is simply rolling however many dice your attack gives you against however many dice the target has in defense. Whoever has the most successes is the winner. There are criticals, which are the starburst with the little exclamation mark here. Whoever rolls the most critical successes, then that counts as a regular success and a critical success. So it can basically make it to where it's like an automatic attack or an automatic defense. For example, a lot of the time, most of us are only going to be rolling 1 die in defense. But if we roll that critical on defense and the other person rolls a whole bunch of successes but no criticals, you've rolled more criticals than I have, so you automatically defend no matter how many successes I have. And the same thing is also true in attack. If I roll more criticals for you, it doesn't matter that you roll a critical, I have an automatic attack, an automatic success rather. Now, another thing that might be kind of confusing, the damage that you do is not per success. You're looking to get to score a successful hit, and if you do that much damage. Not per successful hit.
I'm cool with that. That helps you more than me. Helps me more than you.
Well, no, yeah, it's a balancing feature, I believe. All right, so if you get hit, you take one of these, place it on your dude that got hit. Whenever he gets up to 4 or whatever your hit point total is, he's out of the game, unless he gets resurrected on your side. Now, you can't resurrect my guys. You can only resurrect your own.
I would.
Yeah, I know you would. All right, so let's go ahead and roll. So we're going to have... I rolled no crits.
I believe I rolled a bunch of weird symbols, which automatically makes me win. Oh, we got to re-roll.
Yes. Got to roll crits. I rolled 1.
I rolled 2.
There you go. So you can choose for me to go first, or you can go first.
I would like to go first.
All right. Let's explain the dice real quick.
I think you should return him to where he should be.
You're right. All right. Let me explain the dice. Depending on what kind of... The black die, this is always a defense. The shields, if you're rolling for shields, if you're rolling for evades, that's always a defense. Now, if you have... Let's get a couple people up here.
Hey, hang on. What? Are these the actions I can take?
Negative. No. I'm explaining what these are so that you understand what they are.
You mean for combat purpose?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that you kind of, you're right. I was like, you go first. Now let me explain the dice. That was confused by that.
I know. I'm sorry. All right. So let's say this is the situation. I am attacking the harvester here, but he has one friendly character that's adjacent to him and adjacent to my attack.
Yeah.
That means that he has support and defense, which means that these faces will also be a success in defense for you, in addition to the evades that you're already rolling. So it gives you a better chance at defending when you have people supporting. Now, let's say that this was the situation where I had a supporting attacker against your lone defender. That means I'm going to be rolling these symbols. Where is it? There it is. These symbols also will be a successful attack.
This is not intuitive. What about these full symbols?
Okay, that's when, if I have 2 more in support, then that is, I have you surrounded. Let's make it that way.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's wait till we see. Let's just wait till we see a battle happen. It's not like I'm gonna not attack you because I don't know what the symbols mean.
Okay. I'm just trying to help.
No, I don't. I want to die. Wait, where'd my dude go?
He goes back there. You
All
have
right.
him there. All right. So you have your attack. What's going to happen?
How many cards can I play on my turn?
You can.
If it says action, I can play it as an action, right?
That is correct. Yes. Now you would spend an activation token to do that.
Got it. This is played by the warden. I can choose 3 other friendly fighters. They can make moves.
Stop. Didn't explain this. These are upgrades that cannot be used until you have actually upgraded your character with them.
Got it. So what I meant...
let me explain this real quick. The gears on your cards are upgrade cards. The swords are ploy cards that can be played during the course of the turn. And I'll explain more about that when we actually come to Oh, I forgot the name of it. What is it called? A power step sequence.
He's going to just use his regular action, which lets him choose 2 friendly fighters, and they can move.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
This is going to take a long time if you keep doing that.
I'm trying to remember which one is which now. Where's my champion? These guys can only move 2. They're just shambling.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
That was your activation. I'm going to spend 1 and activate. Let's see here. We're going to go with Bone Cutter, and he's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Can't do there. There.
Are these guys from, like,
1, 2, 3.
Boston?
Why?
It's... My scout's like, it's Bone Cutter!
No.
E-R!
No, it's Bone Cutter.
Still Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
all right.
it.
Okay.
So, how do you charge? Can anyone charge, or is it just
Yes.
orcs who can do so?
Well, no. Anybody can charge. But one thing is that both of these guys have moved over here. And so they won't be able to move again this round.
Oh, that's fine. It's his other slacker. He wants to run up and hit you.
Okay.
So I do this.
Yes. And now he, how many dice does he roll?
I believe he rolls like, what?
I saw all your plans.
I believe he rolls like 1.
Oh, he is
2
halfway
dice.
in the dirt. Yes, you're rolling 2 whites. And then I'm going to roll your attacking Bone Cutter. I'm going to roll 1 black in defense. And I'm looking for shields, and you are looking for cross swords.
I got a critical.
I also got a critical, which evens out. You did not get a success. Now, if you had rolled a critical and a success, these would have knocked out, and you would have been successful. But since you didn't have any supporting guys around, this doesn't count as a success right now.
No, I get this.
Yeah.
So what does this mean?
These negate. You have to roll more than the other for them to happen.
What if you had rolled a shield?
That would have been a successful hit, automatic. My shield wouldn't have mattered at all because you got a critical success.
Huh, I thought you said this game was simple.
It is simple.
All right.
It's not that difficult at all. All right, so that was your guy. So Bone Cutter is just going to hit you back. He can't move anymore,
No,
but
I
he
knew
can
that.
attack.
I actually came in, I offered him as a sacrifice. He hit me, missed on purpose. He was like, I'm not even trying.
All right. Bone Cutter gets 2 dice. He's looking for hammer symbols.
He's not even defending.
All right.
I get 1.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you get 1 die in defense, and I get 1 as well.
I think I have 1, right? Where's my defense?
I got 2 successes.
What is the defense?
Defense is down here. So you're rolling 1 black die, and you're
Right,
looking for
I'm trying to get an
symbol,
evade.
and you missed.
I rolled a shield.
I
don't have an arm.
I have 2 successes, so I hit my success damage is 2, so you take 2 damage.
Which kills him.
Okay. Which gets me a glory point.
Wait, how many glory points we get to win?
Whoever has the most. There is no.
Well, how do we know when it's over?
We go 3 rounds. 4 activations each, 3 rounds.
Well, that's really fast.
Yes, it
Then
is.
why did that game I saw take like 3 hours?
Because there were 4 people in it. Okay, so that was that. I got a glory point for that.
That was you.
That was me, correct. So now it's your turn.
My guys are all super slow. Fine. Hang on. Let me see if I have something that lets me move fast. No. Oh, yeah. I'm going to play this. Reaction. Even though this is a very slow reaction. It says play this after attack action. It takes a friendly fighter out of action. The fighter that took them out suffers 1 damage.
Okay.
Bone shrapnel. In your face. How do I get more cards, by the way?
In the end round, in the end phase. I'll explain it.
Is there a way to draw more somehow?
You can actually discard and draw back up to 5.
But I mean,
you always start each round with 5 cards in your hand.
Right, but it's because that means I'm only going to get 15 cards. I might not see all the cards in my deck.
That's correct.
Okay.
But you can cycle. You can cycle through your deck during the end phase if you are looking for a specific card. Yeah.
Am I allowed to switch out these cards too?
Yes.
Okay, good, because
All right, that was your third activation,
I
right?
feel-
No, wait, you're about to do your third activation.
Yeah. Okay. The harvester is gonna come there.
You only moves 2 or 3?
They all move 2.
Okay.
Wait, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, they all move 2.
Yeah,
They're slow. Do they move faster when they flip? Oh, they do.
because you made them angry. He's angry. He's angry. All right. Let's see. I'm going to, for my third activation, I am going to. Oh wait, you damaged Bone Cutter, so he has suffered damage. He becomes inspired. All right, which gives him the big choppa. He's doing 3 damage now instead of just 2. All right. So for my next activation here, I'm going to take Basha. Basha is going to charge. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to smack the skeleton in the forehead.
I feel like running around is not necessarily a charge. Now, am I being supported by that dude behind me?
You are not, because he's not adjacent to me.
He is holding my back.
That's correct. So he is pushing you forward.
He's a jerk.
So
Hate that guy.
my damage will be
All
+1. So I have 2 white dice against your 1 black.
That is my other petitioner. Oh, hear me,
I have
what kind of
2
garbage
crits.
is that?
I have 2 crits. On a critical hit, this attack action has knockback +1. All right, so he's probably dead. No. He only does 1 damage.
So 1 damage, but you can't knock me back because there's a guy in my way.
Well, I could knock him back this way. It's another thing that we haven't gone over yet, but you can always drive somebody back on a successful attack. And that means they go back 1 step. If it has knockback 1, it can go an additional. So we're going to knock you back this way, right here.
I can't think of why you would do that.
Well, for example,
I can see why you would do that. I can see why I would do that against you.
He can't move, but he could have attacked me.
He would not have.
I'm sure.
We love orcs.
I'm sure. But you did take 1 damage, right? Yeah. Okay. So that is my third activation. Your fourth. And
Fourth
last.
activation.
Oh, we're doing something wrong, dadgummit. Anyway, we'll fix it next round.
Place a friendly fighter that was taken out of action on a starting hex in your territory. I'm back, baby! And I'm more powerful. I'm inspired.
Okay.
You know what I learned about death? Death twice is bad.
All right, we're actually going to fix what we're doing wrong right now. At the end of your activation, we now go into a power step sequence, which you can take one of the cards out of your hand, your ploy cards mainly, sometimes your upgrade cards if you already have some glory points, and you can play them out of your hand to further buff up your players for the next turn.
We're not going to fix this right now. We're going to fix it next round, not on your 4th turn.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. All right. No, you have the opportunity to play first on your activation. That's the only reason. On my activation, I have the opportunity to play
No,
first.
I just used...
I know that was a reaction. That wasn't a power step. That doesn't have to be done in the power step.
Well, I'm doing it anyway. Okay.
All right. So we'll do that next round. Okay, so here on the 4th activation, we're going to... dude, I haven't even looked at my objective cards yet. Hold on. Okay. Not going to have that. Okay, no. Oh, I could have done that. But, all right, no worries. All right, so my 4th activation, we're just going to get Gerzag up into the fight. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And hopefully he won't be hurt next turn. All right, so that's the end of the round. Now, the end of the round.
Oh, I like to head off all the comments that will be made both during this thing and after about how bad of a player I am. Come at me, bro.
Or how bad of a teacher I am. You're probably right. So
I don't care. I'm playing that fun.
All right,
That's
so
my
now,
thing with me and Z. I'm playing that fun. Unless I win, in which case I tried.
in the end phase, let's go through this the regular ways.
Wait, did we just play through 1/3 of the game?
Yes. Well, it It's a little bit shorter because we didn't. I made the mistake in skipping the power step process, so it's going to be a little bit longer, but not that much, because often the power step sequence is I'm not playing any cards. You're going to play any cards? No, I'm not going to play any cards, and then we go on. So it's really deterministic on if you have the right cards in your hand in order to really take advantage of the power step.
All right.
But anyway, in the phase, first of all, we would score any objectives. Do you have any objectives?
Ha!
You probably don't.
Not even close.
All right. So neither of us have any objectives scored. Now we can discard any unwanted objectives. So you can look at your objectives right now. Out of the 3 that you have,
Oh, I like to get rid of all 3, actually,
you can do that.
I
and
will.
then draw back up to 3.
because all mine sucked. Here, I will read them to them watching.
I'm going to
This
keep
one
that
says,
one.
each enemy fighter has to be next to 2 friendly fighters. That wasn't happening anytime soon. My leader has
Could
to hold
happen
an
next round,
objective.
though.
All your guys would have to be adjacent to 2 of mine. That's...
I'm not staying away.
No, I understand that, but
Okay.
you're going to be killing them. Anyway, my leader would have to hold an objective in enemy territory. Yeah, right. And scores immediately if your leader takes an enemy fighter out of action. That's the only one I probably had a possibility. I want new stuff.
Okay, I'm going to discard
All
one.
right, I like this one. That's possible.
I'm going to discard one of mine.
Ooh,
and
this
just
one's
read
going to
back.
happen.
Redraw.
Oh my goodness, this is possibly the best card ever.
All right, so now we've discarded unwanted objectives. Now we can play upgrade cards. Upgrade cards can only be played if you have glory points to spend on them, and it's just one upgrade, one glory for each upgrade that you want to do. So I have a whole bunch of them actually.
But I can't play any, right? Because I have no glory.
Yes, that's correct. Well, I mean, you're undead. You definitely don't have any glory. We're going to use my glory point, and you just use it by flipping it over like this. And we're going to put it on Haka. We're going to give him a beefed up weapon, which changes the effectiveness. That's not a word. Effectiveness. There you go. Of the weapon. So we got him there. And then next, we're going to draw objective cards. No, I'm sorry. We can now discard any unwanted power cards that we have.
Woo! Hang on.
So I'm going to discard
Okay, another
one.
this is not working. That's not happening. Actually, that might happen.
I'm just discarding one.
Who's the warden? That dude, he's like standing in the back because he's lame.
He's your leader.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, they're both my leader. Let me look.
After you're done discarding, you
Nah.
can draw back up to 5. So you should, at the end of all that, you should have 3 objectives and 5 power cards back in your hand.
Keeping that. I'm going to get rid of 2 and draw 2.
So you've now got 5?
All right, I'm going to get 3.
Yes.
I keep drawing these upgrade cards. Are there mostly upgrade cards?
I don't know the dispersion, but there are ploys and upgrade cards in your hand.
There's a lot of emphasis to death and spite on my cards.
Well, that sounds like
I would
your
like to
army.
argue that the spite has been underrated. My
Flip
spite
your,
is actually
activation tokens
higher than
back
you
over.
think. Now we roll for an initiative again, or does it just go
We
to
do.
you?
We do
Why
roll
do
for
you-
initiative. It doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't think it does. Maybe it does. I have no criticals.
I also have no criticals.
None.
Same. You know, I
Keep
think they could
going.
have come up with a better way than this.
They probably could have. None.
1.
There you go. You gonna go first, or you want me to?
I'm going to go first.
That's a good idea. All right, now, go ahead. Go ahead and take your activation, and then we'll walk through the power step.
I'm going to keep using his thing. It lets me move 2 fighters, right? So, 1, 2. That's not. Wait, is that him? No, this is him. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Come at me, bro. Can I use a
Broseph.
special ability also multiple times?
I believe you can, unless it says once per turn.
It does not.
Okay.
It says something like up yours, actually. And
Oh my goodness.
no, that's what he would say. I would not.
This is a family-friendly show.
I would not have said that.
Cannot believe you.
He's talking about 7. Make 7 up your. Ah. Okay.
May I suggest you not using that thing anymore? All right. Now, at the end of your activation, we go into your power step. You have the opportunity to play one of your power cards. Okay, you're not.
I choose not to.
All right, I am going to.
You can play a power card after my movement, like that.
Yes, you have the opportunity to play one, and then I have the opportunity to play one.
All
then
mine are
you have
upgrades,
an opportunity
practically.
to play another, and so forth and so on.
So I can't play an upgrade now anyway, right?
You could if you had this, if you had any glory,
Okay.
but you don't, because you suck.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to play Gorka Morka's Blessing. The first attack action with a range of 1 or 2, and the next activation it has +1 damage. Now, the reason I want to do this is because I want to get the +1 damage, but I also want to explain to you that it says in the next activation, I need to play this on your power step because my activation is the next activation. This wouldn't work if I played it after my activation because the next activation is yours.
It says very specifically the first attack, so I would argue if you had played it, then it would be my attack that would get the thing.
No, it doesn't actually work that way.
I will take your blessing, Gorkamunda.
So I'm going to go ahead and play Gorka Morka's Blessing. We'll put it right over here just so that it is a reminder. And then you have the opportunity to play another one, which you're probably not. So now it becomes my activation. So I'll go ahead and activate, and I am going to, goodness, you have a good line set up. A very, very good line.
Now, dude, this is actually a party. We were throwing a Necromunda party.
All right, here we go.
It was a quiet affair. We only sacrificed 4 or 5 people.
Gerzog is going to lead the charge and charge. So we're going to
else, there's Mastercard.
smack you on the top of the head because you are barely off of the ground.
Okay, can I bring this dude back if he dies again?
I am unaware of that. I'll have to double check. I don't see why he couldn't, unless something down there says that they can only be brought back once.
Okay, no worries.
All right, so you get your defense.
Oh yeah. Wait, am I up to 2 defense now? No, still 1. Woo! Evasion.
And I have nothing. So that was not successful.
Actually, I just took my head off when you swung and it went through the air.
Probably would have hit if you would have been a little bit higher off the ground, yeah. All right, so that's my activation. Now we go into my power step, where I can play a card first, and then you can play a card, and so
Is that
forth and so on.
Gorkamunga's blessing gun?
Yes, it is. That was a total waste.
Waste, Gorkamunda.
I wasted your blessing, sir. I'm sorry.
I was going to say something bad, but you can just think in your head. Well, that inspired petitioner is thinking he'll just swing back at you, right? There's like no counterattack, so I might as well hit you, right?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
So you would activate. No, none of that gets placed because he hasn't moved yet, and you can always freely attack
However,
as long as you don't charge.
I'm now rolling 3 dice.
You're rolling 3 dice.
Because he's inspired!
Ooh. Okay. So I get.
I feel like I'm channeling
don't
Z
roll the
today.
defense dice. All right.
What?
So I got.
Look at that!
Wow, that's a hit. All right. Even though I did roll a shield, which is what I was needing. So you hit me for how much? 1 damage? All of that for 1 damage? Wow. You know what you just did? You just ticked him off. Thank you.
We hit soft. Okay, I don't understand this. Oh no, never mind. It's the same damage on both sides. I was gonna say, if the damage went up, then what's the point?
Yeah. No. Usually it's some type of extra ability that you can do, or better damage, more dice in your situation. All right. So that was your activation, correct?
Yep.
All right. Bone Cutter is also inspired by his leader's. Let's see. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna smack him in the face with a big old axe. And we're rolling 2 dice, doing possibly 3 damage. So you need to do your 1.
Nothing.
2 crits. So that is 3 damage to
He dead.
Hedgehog over there. All right, so that's another.
It's a little
Victory
irritated
point.
you call him Hedgehog because that's not very. It's kind of offensive, but
Now he has charged, so he's done as well. And we forgot to do power step again, but I'm not playing.
I think
any
I'm
cards
just
on
gonna
my power
call
step.
it when I'm doing a power step.
Okay,
for me.
that's fine.
There's no.
That'll make the game go faster, but just remember that you have the ability after every activation.
Again, all my cards are upgrade cards practically,
I
and
know.
therefore
I know.
cannot do
That's
that.
just
All right.
luck of the draw.
Oh, no, I'm not. Well, I am complaining, but not a lot. You know who you should fear?
None of your guys.
The Reaper.
I believe this. I believe the song is "Don't Fear the Reaper."
That's propaganda! He's running up there, and this says targets all adjacent enemy fighters, roll for each.
There you go. He's got that big old scythe.
He does.
So he's going to roll for which guy are you going to roll in for first?
I hate them both, so I'll hit the guy with the double axes because I doubly hate him. Wait, has he even been hurt yet?
Wait, the double axes?
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who's he?
He's Gerzak. He's my leader.
Well, is he your leader?
Yeah.
I'm definitely hitting him.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling 2 dice. Looks like I got 1 hit.
That's a miss. So you.
Wait, why is it a miss?
Because I'm rolling for shields, not evades like you are.
So you missed, and I hit.
Yeah.
You said that's a miss, and I was like,
Well,
no,
yeah,
I feel like I hit
no,
you.
No, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so I hit you for where's the Reaper? 16 damage? Is that right?
No, it's not.
It's 2 though.
It is 2. All right. So he has
Now I will roll for a single axe guy who I don't even
Okay.
care about because I already hit your leader.
Bone Cutter.
Oh yeah, what you gonna do?
Oh.
You got to roll.
Is that also a success on your defense your attack profile?
How would I know?
No, he rolls double crits. Look at the symbol.
Oh, I
is
see.
what you're asking for.
I see.
So he's looking for a cross swords, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this isn't. So I do have a chance. Nope.
So you're saying there's a chance?
That was actually a defense, but because you rolled a crit, it's not.
I decide I'm not going to worry about it. There's some of them just going to try to roll crits the whole time.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So 2 damage to that loser too. Who's that guy?
Yeah. Bone Cutter.
If he had used an ER, I said, you're going to cut off part of your name? I'm going to cut off part of your body. Where the grammar
All right.
Nazis
Power
skeletons.
step. You going to play any power cards? No. And no. So now it's my
Actually,
activation.
hang
All right. Go ahead. If all you have is upgrades and you don't have any glory.
Well, I said I had mostly upgrades.
Okay.
Can I play this? Swift evasion
Let's
card.
see. Swift evasion. Choose one friendly fighter and push them up to 2 hexes. Their new position must be further away from all enemy fighters. Yes, you can use this right now.
Right, so I'm going to push him.
That's good. Well done.
I pulled him
sir.
back with an invisible fishing line. You did your job.
Yes, good job. All right, so my third activation here is going to be Basha. Basha is going to charge. And that's there. And he's going to hit your, who is that, your champion with half a head. We're going to hit we're going to smack the other half. So he gets 2 dice. He's looking for cross swords. That's a miss. That's a crit, so that is a hit. Right?
Yes, how much damage?
He only does 1.
I'm dead.
Really?
He was already hit.
Sweet. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I didn't know the orcs went to McDonald's.
Okay, so now it's my power step. I am going to play Legendary Swiftness on.
Oh, I was wrong. Sorry, they both have shields and swords. You just hit the Prince of
For 1.
Dust, I think.
No, Prince of Dust is the one that has the Morning Star.
Then you hit the. This is Champion Prince of Dust. Oh, there's another petitioner.
That's the one that is already dead. He should be over there.
Oh, this is so confusing. All right. So, Yes. So he's still alive because you only had him for 1.
Okay.
So that might change what you're going to do.
No, it's not, because I still have 1 that I can use. But I am going to
Putting
play
all the
Legendary
stitchers in the top
Swiftness.
row.
And we're going to put Legendary Swiftness on Haka back here, which basically just gives him +1 move. So now he's moving 4 instead of just 3.
Well, that's pretty good.
Now
you have a demon weapon?
No, I have an upgraded magical weapon.
Have you noticed in fantasy they
We're
always
the
spell
good orcs.
they always spell demon like slightly differently so that it sounds it's
Yes.
like we're not using a demon, we're using a daemon,
Yeah, demonic weapon.
which is much less problematic.
All right.
My 4th activation, I'm debating. I can only do 1 damage.
You
but-
gonna play any upgrade cards?
No,
Or
but it
boys?
would be
All right,
funny.
your turn to activate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring back a guy. Bloop, 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 bloop.
My there. Keep these separate.
So we are seriously almost 2/3 done with the game?
Yes,
Wow, this game's super fast.
it is. That's what I love about it. All right, so you brought him back for another action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to 1, 2, 3.
Someone said that the biggest problem they have with our game is that the models aren't painted.
Yeah, sorry.
Sam said he was going to paint them all.
Yeah, eventually I
Do
probably
you realize
will.
how few of Sam's games are painted? He's always painting for other people.
I am. That's exactly why they're not painted.
Paint for yourself.
All right, well, Haka here, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. I know that he can actually move 4, but I'm not going to use it. He can't get into attack. I would have actually had him charge, but I can't reach any of your guys.
Well,
even with that
I
extra
think
damage.
it's not
So
gonna
that is
matter.
my
All right.
4th. All right, so now we go through the end phase again, and we score objectives. So any objectives that you can score, go ahead and do that now.
Nope.
No? All right. I believe I have one. Yes. Here we go. Brawl. Score in this end phase if all friendly fighters, at least 3, are... No, not that one. Oh, there. Here it is. This one. Score this immediately if 3 or more of your fighters made a charge action this phase. I should have scored it during the turn, but... So that's that Call of the Wah!
Orcs in their... My skeleton is like, sir, try to increase your vocabulary. Wah is not a word.
All right, so that is that. Now we can discard any unwanted objectives.
All 3 again. I like to see an objective I have a chance at finishing.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, that one I can. Okay. Well, that would have been good to know that I have this in my... Huh.
I am going to pay 1 to give Gerzog Headbutt, which allows me to make an attack, and if it succeeds, it basically stuns your guy and he can't attack for the rest of the round. He can't be activated for the rest of the round. So that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna keep these back here. All right, these get flipped back over. Tokens come off the board. Can you reach that one over there?
I can. All right, let's do
All
this.
right, now wait. Now you can discard any
Already
unwanted
done.
power cards. All right, I'm not going to discard any. So I could draw back 1 objective and 3 power cards, and now we roll.
2.
1.
I am choosing you to go first.
Ooh. All right, let's see here. What do I have?
Does Marty not like you?
Who?
Say anything.
Does Marty Connell not like you? He told Jared to come over and punch you. For him.
Marty?
Yeah.
Why?
He didn't say why. He just
You
said...
do it. You do it yourself, you moon
just-
pie eating weirdo.
Now, normally, I would say that the feelings of Sam did not reflect them at the dice tower, but in this case, they do.
I like moon pies too, man. It's that RC Cola that gets me kind of
Is it
weird.
okay if I don't like moon pies that much?
They're an acquired taste.
I like ho-hos better.
Ooh. Oh, you don't have any of those. Okay.
Tasty cake is where it's at, honestly. Tasty cake stuff is way better than
Tasty
moon pies.
cakes? I don't know. Maybe I've just had old tasty cakes before. They're not that good.
Wait, people are not pledging money if Derek will do this. Yeah, but the money you pledge won't cover the lawsuit.
I mean, no, there won't be a lawsuit. I doubt I'll feel it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's right. I said it. I
What
did
is
it.
going on here?
Okay, it's Games Workshop. It brings out the worst in people. I'm just kidding.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even think that.
Let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't want the first move, did you?
I didn't. But I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take a free hit on your champion over there with
That's not my champion.
Basha. Who is that?
This dude, he's just one of my normal dudes, my
Oh, he's your
petitioners.
petitioner? Okay. He has 1 damage on him, right?
They all have 1 damage.
Not
all three.
all of them.
Oh, actually, no, this guy doesn't. Just the 2. This guy and this guy have a damage on them. I'm starting to like Chip Theory's way of chips. It's easier to look at the battlefield and see who's damaged.
This is the last round, by the way.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
You're about to lose, by the way.
No, I'm not saying that. Okay, so here we go. Activating Bash over there for a free smack on
Any
your...
cake is good, Marty, I agree,
your-
but especially cake for breakfast at
Oh, my goodness. I just want to make sure that dude does have 1 hit point on him, right? Okay, he does.
You're just going to stand there and hit me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I should roll for
That is a
defense.
miss. That is a miss.
All right.
You don't have to roll for it. And on my activation, I am... which one of your guys is inspired?
Hey,
Any of your guys?
do these count as spaces?
No.
Can you move through people?
No. So yes, it is possible for you to block off that part of the...
That's not what I was asking. Like, this guy can't get into battle.
That's correct.
Well, what about 3/4 of a hex? I feel like 3/4 of a hex is
No,
a full hex.
it is not.
What if I stick this coin here?
Nope.
Now it's a full hex.
Not working. Let's see here. I'm going to, just because I can, I'm going to deal a cruel taunt. I'm going to choose an enemy fighter, your hedgehog over there, and roll an attack die. If I roll a hammer or a critical, you are no longer inspired and cannot be inspired for the rest of the game. Ha ha! Na, 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 na.
Huh. No. I want to put the cruel taunt underneath him so we can
Okay,
remember that
there
he
you go.
can't be inspired.
All right.
What did you call him?
I called him a hedgehog, remember?
That's true!
He's now feels bad about himself.
This is why words hurt kids.
That's right. Exactly. All right. So that is Basha. Go ahead. Well, no, I'm sorry. You have the opportunity to play power cards now on my power stuff.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I would like.
Okay, I'm not going to, are you?
No, I'm done. Let's pause. Has he explained himself?
It's all in the name of fundraising.
All in the name of fundraising. I see.
Oh, in the name of fundraising.
Flying saying that we haven't met our goal yet, and I need this job. He says, "Well, then how about one?"
I don't
$1
affect your
goal?
job though.
One
What?
punch for every $1 over the goal?
Wow.
We
I'll
couldn't.
do it in Photo Dojo, so that way.
All right. The Reaper is coming back, baby.
All right.
He's going to do the same
He's
exact
charging.
thing.
All right. Now I have support. So I have
They both
greater
have support.
ability.
I know, but if I have a chance to kill one of them, maybe. Well, I have a chance to kill this dude. No, I have a chance to kill both of them.
True.
All right, I'm going to roll for the lame duck guy.
Bone cutter first.
I missed, so you don't have to worry to roll defense. Okay. Now I'm rolling
I
for the other
succeeded.
dude. Also a miss. Friggin'
I succeeded again.
one moment, please. Let that be a lesson.
All right. So that's great. How much is your?
Those are terrible rolls.
Oh, he does 3 damage. Okay, so.
I wanted you to kill one of them. Oh well.
Okay, so we're going to activate Haka, and he is going to come up here and charge with his magical weapon over here. Now he does have support, so he gets a little bit better chance to hit. I need 2 white dice, and he is. Oh, that's 2 hits.
I rolled a critical. What does that mean?
You rolled 1 critical?
Yeah.
That's a save. You are
No, I just swung. I missed twice.
a jerk.
I feel. Well, yes, we're skeletons.
All right, that's my activation.
I just want to eat something.
Um,
And I went to the restaurant, and the guy said, "Do you want ribs?" And then chuckled. So I gutted him.
you don't have any glory points?
No.
I'm just pointing that out.
Oh yeah.
I can't play a card because you don't have any glory points.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not playing any power cards. You going to play any power cards? You do have the opportunity to do that right now.
Oh. No.
Okay, you're up.
The Prince of Dust is going to charge.
Okay, now here's the thing. We both have support, so it negates itself, so we're back to normal.
Why wouldn't we just both get the support rolls?
We can do that, but I usually don't.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
But
I'm
yeah.
attacking you for 2. I'm attacking single axe dude. Whatever his name is.
All right. Who are you attacking? The single axe guy?
With the Prince
missed.
of Dust. That's a double hit. That
Oh,
is
you got a crit?
and I got a hit. That is 1. Also, I'm knocking you back, but I don't think I need to. I think you did.
Yeah, you are.
I'm playing this card's reaction.
That was Bone Cutter, right?
Yes.
All right.
Play this after a friendly fighter's attack action that takes out an adjacent enemy fighter with an. Oh, he didn't have an upgrade. Never mind. You didn't see that. Do I get a glory?
Nothing to say. You do.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna play any power cards?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give him a sunglass sword.
Okay.
Wait. I can still attack, right? Because he's next to your one dude. Yeah. No.
Did he move and attack? Yeah, he
did.
charged, so he can't.
He can't
attack
make it
again.
more attacks?
Right.
Well, then what's the point of playing? I'm playing one of these anyway. Well, I can play it on anybody, right?
Unless at the bottom, sometimes they have specifics.
Yeah, I'm giving this slacker. I'm giving the champion the shade glass sword for a glory
cool.
point.
Alrighty, I'm not playing anything.
If this was Sky, see when I play that shade glass sword, I'm like, can I go play Skyrim? Because glass swords are excellent.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are in Skyrim though. But in real life, you're like, I have a glass sword. I'd be like, ha ha ha,
No,
loser.
right? All right, so you're done. I'm not playing any power cards, so now it's my activation, yeah? Did you not flip over one of your tokens?
I did not.
All right, so my third. All right, Gerzog. Gerzog. He is just going to whap the Harvester.
The Reaper. I know he's called the Harvester here.
No, he's the Harvester. He was definitely a farmer in
I rolled a shield, which is
above ground.
garbage.
All right, so
Should have used
I
the dice
am
tower.
looking for. I am not using my headbutt. I'm just using the regular attack, which is a hit. That's 3 damage.
The Reaper is dead.
All right, my activation. Let's see here. My activation. I'm going to play. I'm going to play Ardhead on Basha. Whenever he takes damage, it's reduced to a minimum of 1.
Cool.
It's reduced by 1, I'm sorry, to a minimum of 1.
Third action.
Charging. Go ahead.
All right, it's 2 dice. Champion. Oh, wait, no. He's going to use the Shade Glass.
It's 3 dice. Does 2 damage. You're attacking Haka.
No, wait.
That's this. That's Haka.
Oh, is that your leader? Hang on, I might not do that then.
Well, you can move 2, right?
No, he can only move 1. He's slow.
Oh, really?
Wait. No, is this the movement? The bottom thing?
Yes. He can move 2.
I can move through the other guy?
Yeah. Well, you're not moving through him. You're
Okay.
moving beside him.
Well, let me ask you this then. What does cleave mean?
Cleave actually really hurts me because it makes any shields rolled ineffective. When shields is what I need to defend.
So it's not the same as cleave in D&D.
No, it doesn't do extra damage. It just negates. The target of the action cannot use shield symbols as successes.
Well, then you know what? I'm actually going to go with the... Oh, man, I don't know which one to use. The 3 dice or the 2 dice with cleave? I think I'll go with the 2 dice with cleave.
Okay.
All right. Against your leader.
All right. I have the...
Critical.
Nope.
Cleave!
All right, so...
That's 2.
That's him. He's dead.
We are the champion.
How many glory points do you have?
2.
Oh, okay.
We are
Well, that could
the
change because I only have 4.
champion. Hang on, let me see if I want to play a card.
So
You did have an upgrade that time, though, right?
I did, yes.
So now I can play Scavenge. I get an extra glory.
Okay. Reaction. Play this. Yeah, good. All right.
Sam said good.
I am going to play Daylight Robbery.
Savings time.
Roll an attack die. If you roll a hammer or a critical, I can take 1 of your unspent glory points.
That's a stupid card. No, I mean, that's just a stupid card. You literally just take a point?
Yeah. I robbed you.
That's a 2-point swing.
In daylight.
That's a dumb card. That's a really dumb card.
Okay.
Really? You just roll a die and you get 2 points, essentially.
Yeah. 2 out of 6.
But you get 2 points.
No, I only get 1.
But I lose 1, therefore making it 2.
But I only got 1.
Yeah, that's called math. All right. Go ahead, take your 4th action.
All right, 4th action. Here we go. You just mad?
Yeah, I'm a little mad. I
don't
think that's
be
a little
mad.
cheesy.
It is cheesy. We're orcs. What do you expect?
Orcs with cheese for blood.
That's right. He is wearing yellow armor. Wow, I only have 2 dudes left against 6. That's not frightening at all. Well, might as well. He's already charged. He's probably going to charge. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get Basha. He's going to go 1, 2, and attack. Only doing 1 damage, though. All right, so I'm going to roll 2 dice, looking for cross swords.
You hitting the champion?
Is that the dude right there in
Yeah.
front? Yes.
I am the champion. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I got one success, and that's a critical. So nothing happens, and
no time.
I am going to not play anything. You're up. Nope. You're not playing anything?
This is the final action of the game?
Yep, your final action.
Then I'm just going to do this. Because it doesn't matter. I can't kill one of your dudes.
Can you obtain one of the objectives?
Is there like a tie?
that you have here?
Oh, no, they're here, actually.
Okay.
Not with how slow the
Not so
skeletons
that you
move.
can score it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Could you possibly use that special ability of his to move 2 of your dudes?
I do not wish to do that.
Okay. All right, here we go. So now we go into the end phase. Score your objectives.
All right, I do have this one.
Yeah.
Third end phase, if you have 4 more sightings and none of them are inspired because you killed the one that was inspired for, and I allowed it. So.
If you have what? 4 or more.
And none are inspired.
Third phase, if you have 4 or more surviving fighters and none of them are inspired. Yep.
Because the one guy was inspired, you said he could not be inspired
That's 3.
anymore.
All right, so get 3 points. And you actually made it to where I could not score any points, knocking out my 2 dudes. I was going to score a bunch of points.
Wow.
This turn.
These kind of like contradict each other, though. This one was like, score this if 3 of your fighters are inspired.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, yeah, I would have to look through my whole deck and see what it had before I decided.
This is a faction-specific card, and
oh, this one is too.
Normally, most of the guys are going. A lot of your dudes are probably going to be inspired because they've been knocked out already and resurrected.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't.
That's why it's worth more points.
That's why I didn't bring anyone back.
Yeah. I can't score any of these.
So what happens in a tie?
Tie, it's usually, they actually have tiebreakers in here for like championship play, and I'm going to invoke one of them. No,
I'm going to go back.
It actually gives you the win, though.
I'm going to invoke
it says that if there's still a tie, well, first of all, the player with the highest number of glory points among 3 games. We're not playing 3 games, so we got to skip that one. If there's still a tie, one player's warband is out of action at the end of the 3rd game. The other player wins. Otherwise, play a sudden death round. We won't play a sudden death round. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you won because you have more dudes on the board.
No, I don't think that matters either, though. I killed your leader. That's what I'm going to claim.
Okay, that's fine. And one of them was my leader.
Because my leader was a chicken. Stayed back here. But why would you ever bring this dude out?
Huh?
You would never bring him out. He can heal your guys.
Right, yeah.
You would never run him in.
That's how it's supposed to be.
No, but I had
played.
like get 1 and 2. Well, 2's over there, so I was
Yeah.
like, and then there was that one that said get all of them.
I was
with
hoping,
how slow skeletons move.
I was
that's
hoping
really
to
hard.
get the initiative on placing those, so I would be able to place 3 of them over here, which would take those away. One of the cool things about the orcs is that they actually don't have any of those holding an objective cards.
They don't care.
Because they don't care. They just want to go fight.
This one's 3 and 4. This one, if all your survivors made a move action in the previous action phase.
Yeah.
Well, that's very possible.
Yeah.
This is almost too powerful. If I get this turn 1, I'd be like, I'm there.
Well,
I would use
one of the ones
move.
that I did, Call of the Wall. Three or more of my guys make a charge. That's really simple, especially in the 2nd round.
Well,
when
no,
we're
it won't
closer.
happen. I'm just gonna next time I'm gonna run in this corner and sit there
and score no points whatsoever.
I'm not gonna win, but he's not gonna score Call of the Wah.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the fact that each army plays differently than the others, and I think that these are 2 of the most I wouldn't say the widest, but I think they're probably pretty close to being the widest difference.
I'm assuming the other ones are just kind of move and attack. This just doesn't look like it's that complex strategy-wise.
No. Although
these are not good quality cards. I'm sorry.
No, I think they're fine. They're not the creme de la creme, but they're fine.
They're gonna get so beat up. You might have to sleeve them.
Well, that's possible, but not really worried about it. There's not so many of them that it would be that.
What would happen if
expensive.
the champion had been inspired? Yeah, they're just small upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What, your guys the same way?
Yeah. That's how getting inspired is. Usually they get some type of special action or some type of special ability, or your attack gets a little bit stronger or something to that effect. But that is Warhammer Shadespire.
You know, a lot of people in the chat are comparing this to Summoner Wars, which is actually pretty interesting because that's the game that I would put it on the same level as.
Yeah.
Of complexity. You each have your own faction. You each have a deck of cards. You roll dice. I'm not sold on this combat. It just seems a little wonky to me.
Why? What's wonky about it?
Maybe it's the symbology of everything.
I don't agree. Seems pretty straightforward.
Well, no, because, okay, so there's 2 different symbols that you need to roll. One is one side, the other is 2 sides of a die. Fine. So that makes it harder for some people to hit than others. But it's this whole, this cancels everything type thing. It seems pretty powerful. It seems like you could have some wild swings of luck at certain points.
It's a dice rolling game, yeah.
Yeah.
Which every dice rolling game can have wild swings of luck.
I like the boards. They look cool.
Yeah, they are.
Is this board theirs? Did they each come with their own board?
No. No, that's one of the down things that I have about the game. I thought it would be cool if the different factions that are put out each come with their own board, but they don't. These 2 boards come in the base game, and in order to get more boards, you have to buy 2 base games.
Boards don't really mean anything anyway.
Huh?
They don't really mean anything. There's a few.
They provide the
things.
arena for you to be battling in. That's it. There's slight.
This is the one
variation
I
in
would have
starting
picked anyway,
spaces.
you know, because I want to hide my skeleton dude.
Yeah.
So I would put that there.
I like-
This one has almost no cover. It has this thing right here, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's not covered.
No, it's not even cover. There's no cover in this
Right,
board.
there isn't. I usually like to have some type of obstacle on the boards that I choose. So, if my opponent doesn't choose one, I always do.
Oh, this has no obstacles either.
Right.
Well, that has no even point to a board almost. All right.
Well, it's open terrain. Sometimes, like the Gore Chosen one, the guys, what do you call them?
I swear I don't know Pixie's names. Let's call ourselves the Gore Chosen.
No, that's not the name of. That's not what they are. They're the Chaos dudes. But anyway, they like to have open terrain. They like to swarm and that type of stuff. The Eternals, they stay in a pack and they try to hunt as well. But they're pretty heavy like the orcs are. But there's fewer of them. There's only 3 of them. So I really like it. I think it's a very cool game.
Well, this was in your top 10 of the year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that top 5, I think. So it's...
By the way, we posted a new top 10 today. Top 10 anticipated games for 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff on that list, too.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I
Although I
think,
would have
right?
added, I would have already added another one to that list. That one I was just telling you about, that SEAL Team 6 or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. That might have made my list. So, anyway, folks, thanks for watching us. We'll see you next week. We got to get some other things done. The Kickstarter's still rolling. Did we fund yet?
Oh, man. He's got high hopes.
Yeah,
He's
no,
got
I don't think. I don't think we would have funded it in the last hour or
He's
whatever.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah, well, the internet's not working very
Your
strongly.
internet
in
is
here.
so good.
Oh, that's because I'm on that internet. Let's go to Dice Tower Speed.
Yeah, okay. Because that's so much faster.
We actually, ironically named our Dice
Yes.
Tower Speed. Should be called something like Dice Tower Range. No, because it has the widest range of all our servers.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not the fastest one. But the one that says Dice Tower Slow is definitely the slowest. All right, whatever. I'm assuming we're doing well. All right, folks.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Bass. Oh, it's at 167. That's cool.
That is
We're
good.
close.
That is good.
Close. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Sam Healy. See you guys on the flip side. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you later.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.